Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, JRC Restoration, Decor, and Designs, and my name is Phyllis. In today's video, I will be sharing some DIYs that I made to set throughout my home for my 2024 Spring Decorate With Me. Upcoming are some Pinterest inspirations, and then you'll see a video clip of a haul that I did in November of 2023 when I was in Baltimore, Maryland, and you'll see the reason why I'm sharing that clip. It has something to do with the DIY that will be included in my 2024 Spring Decorate With Me. First, here is the first clip, and it's a Pinterest page of these scalloped or ruffle bowls is what they call them. I see one here is as a candlestick. You'll be very interested in seeing what I used to make this. The next clip that's coming up is also from Pinterest. Someone put this on Poshmark to sell, and I have this exact bowl, and I got mine from the thrift store about 4 or 5 years ago. It was either me or my daughter for $6.99, and the only difference in mine is it doesn't have a green hue to it, but it's exactly like this other than the green hue. Now, as I've stated, I have a clip that's coming up now, and you'll see why I am sharing it. It's part of my DIY for 2024 Spring Decorate With Me. You all know my DIY horses that I like to copy. Well, I found this plastic toy horse, and what I like about it is the tail goes all the way around here, and then the mane is around here. Well, I found some pictures online where I can either spray paint this gold or give it a concrete look. So this is going to be a DIY. Now, my next DIY that I'm going to do is a vase, and I shared it in my 2024 Living Room Decorate With Me. My vase is kind of like the middle that I created without the two pieces on the end. I'm also going to share 2 more clips that kind of resembles the look, and it is this one that's coming up. I'm going to blow it up, but it's the 2 brown pieces. It's kind of like 2 vases together, but you put them together with the bottom ends. I did that with mine. I just didn't make it permanent, and I'm going to share with you how I put it together. Here's something else that kind of resembles. These are just candlesticks, but the style of it, the way it's made, kind of reminds me of my DIY vase. So if you're interested in seeing how I made my DIYs for my 2024 Spring Decorate With Me throughout my home, then just keep watching. And I want to thank you all for stopping by. So here we go. Let's get started. This is a clip from my 2023 Fall Decorate With Me in my half bath. What I am focusing on is the white vases, how I took these 2 together and put them together to make them into one. When I saw the inspiration on Pinterest, I knew I could do the same with these, but I'm going to show you how I put them together and not make them permanent. So let's get started. It's very simple and quick. Okay, so here are my vases. I've already glued this on here, and I'm going to show you what the tube looks like. But I purchased these from, oh, you can see it here, from Big Lots last year for $11.99. I might as well say $12 because after tax it's going to go over $12, and I like them. But what I use is an old tube from, I think this was tape. And here's another one. You can see it's tube, and I wrapped it in yarn. And then I just glued it on with the glue stick and put them together. And it can pop right off because I did have this on. You can see the glue there. And I'm going to pull it off here because I'm getting ready to put it back on again. That's what I like about it. It's not permanent. But I just wanted that look. So all I'm doing is just gluing the edge of the tape roll, and then I just sit the planner on top, and that's it. Very simple and quick. And what I like about it again, it's not permanent. Now if you want it permanent, all you have to do is just use some E6000. And then also I try to match up the pattern here to the pattern that's on the other one. And I take my time to make sure it's centered. Okay. And I just let it sit there until it cools. And there you have it. And I'll turn it upside down so I won't see the feet. I pulled the feet, the little white tabs off of this one. And there you have it. Let me pull it up some. That's my first DIY, quick and simple. And then to decorate it, I just took a topiary ball and just sat it there on the top. I really like that. And then when I want to make it into two, I just pop it off. So now let's get on with the next DIY. And it will be using that crackled bowl to turn it into a faux lamp. So here are the inspirations for the lamp that I'm going to make, and I'm creating this for my coffee station. And I'm seeing a lot of the YouTubers using small lamps in their coffee areas, and I said, oh, I would love to make one. And this one right here kind of puts me in mind of what I am doing. So let's go ahead and put this quick, simple DIY together. Okay, so here are the items that I'm using to make my lamp. And it has that crackle look, and I love that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and turn it upside down, because I'm going to take this Dollar Tree vase, and the bottom of this is going to sit on the bottom of this. And I'm going to use glue gun because, you know, after it hardens for a while, you can just pop it off. I don't want it to be permanent to this. Is that straight? Yes. I need something for, this is the battery operated, not battery operated, but the rechargeable LED magic bulb. And then I have this big glass ball that went on my chandelier up here that I put in the kitchen, but it was too heavy to stay up, so I found a smaller one that I have up here. I want to use this on the shade as a finial. You know, just trying to make it look like a real lamp. All right, so now what I'm going to do, let me just show you this here. This sits on it like that, and excuse me, actually sits on top of the bulb, really. So I'm going to put the bulb there, and then top. Okay, yes, I like that. And let me turn the light off so you can see the illumination. And there it is. Turn this off too. Isn't that cool? And that's my own lamp. So this is going to go in my coffee station area. I'm going to put it on the coffee station and show you. So let me pause you here real quick. Okay, so I put the bowl with the vase on top and the bulb inside. I'm getting ready to put the shade and the crystal on top as the fake finial. Okay, and turn it on. Isn't that cool? So this is what came to mind when I saw the ruffled scallop bowl on Pinterest, coffee filters. And I took the bottom stack because they were already spread out from the top ones, pushing them down. So let's get into the video so I can show you what I did to try to get them stiff. I put a bunch together, put them on top of this bowl that you see that's from the Dollar Tree. I took some water and Mod Podge. And you know, Mod Podge after it dries makes things stiff. I've turned it upside down, and what I am doing is I'm just going to soak this and see if it dries hard tomorrow morning. and then do the inside, and then I'm going to do the I prefer spray painting this with that textured paint that comes out like stone. I don't even know if this is going to work out, so we're doing this together. But I looked on YouTube and I tried to find several ways of how to make coffee filters or paper hard, you know, stiff. So I know I believe when you put the Mod Podge mixture or Elmer's glue and water together and soak it, it dries hard. So we're going to see if this works for this. And we'll come back probably tomorrow, yes, because it's 6:40 and this is Friday, March 8th. And I'm going to see if this works. Something else just came to my mind. Maybe taking them apart and then sticking them together. So let me try that and I'll come back and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I took that one off and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna put that back on here so it can seal together. So I'm just soaking this, and then I'm going to put this back on top because I want it to dry together. I'm going to go ahead and put that back on and do some more gluing. Okay, I put it back on. You can see where it's doubled at. I believe this is going to work. I believe it's going to dry hard. So I'm just going to let this sit and dry overnight. These remind me of that bowl when you look at it. And I can leave a bunch of them together, but I think over time, after you put, say, the moss balls and stuff, it'll start losing its shape. So want to harden it is what I'm trying to do, so it can keep its shape. So we're just going to let that dry overnight, and we're going to see if it's hard in the morning. Okay, now I'm up, refreshed, showered, and just made my cup of coffee. And this is like cardboard. So what I did is I put this on top, and I put as much weight. This is my container that has my sugar in it to keep it pushed down. So now we're going to remove all this, and I'm going to paint it. I think I'm just going to paint it white. So let's get back to this dupe of the bowl, and it did dry like that. I like that. It took on the shape. Now what I have to do, like I said, it's still kind of, it's dry. It's just got this shiny texture of the Mod Podge. I thought it was still wet because it wasn't exposed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to show it to you all closer. See, it even has the look, the scalpel, because it's a coffee filter, but because it's spread out, and it just has that texture sound. So that cardboard sound. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this white. Now this Dollar Tree washable white paint, it didn't work too well on this. So you'll see later on down in the video, I will be changing over to regular household interior white paint. Guess not. So you know what? I'm going to pour it in here. Paint. Let me just, I'm going to pour it in there and show you, but I'm just going to go ahead and paint the inside. Bowl upside down. That paint is dry, but it didn't turn white enough for me. This is not working on this. So I have some paint in my garage that's white, the paint that I actually use to paint my walls. And I'm going to see if this will turn it white. Yes, and it is turning it whiter. So, let me see if I can bring you all close. Turn you down here. Okay, so. It may look gray, but it's white. Okay, so it dried from the paint, and what I'm doing is giving it another coat. I've already went around once, giving it another coat of Mod Podge. And this is really turning out nice. I just want to make sure this gets nice and hard or stiff. It's not going to get hard, but it's because this is paper. The Mod Podge will make it really stiff. So, and this here Mod Podge actually makes it look, the gloss from it, because this is the gloss Mod Podge, so it's going to give it a gloss finish. So, where's the camera at? Right here. Okie dokie. Says gloss right there. Okay, so that really looks like the bowl. And I even, like I said, I painted all of that right there, and I don't mind the ridges like that. Well, the last coat of the Mod Podge is just about dry. It's smooth, and it feels like, you can hear it still smells like cardboard, but it's smooth like a ceramic board. But I have the weight of this glass on it because I want it to stay this shape. Let me just, let's see, it's not too wet. No, it's smooth, but I'm letting it, it's almost dry. I'm trying not to, there we go. So I want it to dry like that, with that width. And some of it is still wet, so I'm going to turn it back over and put the weight of this bowl on it. You see how it just went down just a little bit? And I want it to dry like that. But it turned out so nice. I like it. Okay, for the last DIY, here are some inspirations from Pinterest and Google. I'm pretty much going for the second one with the gold mane and tail. And here's another one, a little bit too shiny, but pretty much the idea of what I'm going with. Here is mine already completed, but let me just share with you the paint that I used. I'm going to kind of work on it some more, but I like the way it turned out nonetheless. So here's the horse. I have about 2 coats on this, and I think what I should have done is probably sanded it. And here's the paint that I used. I probably should have sanded the horse because it was so smooth, and it took about 6 coats of this Rust-Oleum black paint. I didn't have any black spray paint on hand, and I didn't want to actually purchase any because this is a plastic toy horse. I was just trying to, give it the look of a statue horse, which I may go back in later and do the whole thing bronze to give it an iron look. This is the gold paint that I use on the mane, tail, and the hoofs. And like I stated, I like the way it worked out. So let's get on with finishing it. And this is the next day that's coming up. Okay, good morning, everyone. It's the next day, Monday, December 11th, and the time is 8:59, so 9 o'clock. So this has dried, and you can see the blue still peeking through there, so I'm going to give it another coat. I'm going to keep coating it with this paint until the whole thing is covered and you can't see any blue. And then, yeah, you can see like inside there. Like I said, I'm using the paint and a paintbrush because I don't have spray paint, and I'm okay. Here is another 2 coats, so total right now is 4 coats, and I believe if I had sanded this, because it's plastic, if I had given it a light sanding, the coverage would probably be better with just a few coats. But because I just wiped it off, you know, with just a damp rag and then started painting, that's probably why it's taken so long to put, you know, to get a full coverage. So I'm having to put a lot of coats of paint. But I have a smaller brush where I'm going to be going in here. I went in there with a smaller head brush to kind of cover that blue. I just painted some more, so that's why it looks wet dry. So coming up is my completed sculptured horse. The only thing I didn't share was painting the mane, tail, and the hoofs with the gold paint. But I like the way it turned out. Like I stated earlier, I may later on this year just paint the entire horse with a bronzing effect to make it look like iron. So let's see the completed look sitting on my shelf. Look how my sculptured horse turned out. That's so nice. So let me turn it around here. So I gave it a bronzing effect on the mane and tail, and then I painted the feet. I think I'm going to go with the feet again. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this. Hold the phone with one hand and sit the horse up with the other hand. But turned out nice. So this completes the DIYs for my 2024 Spring Decorate With Me. I'm going to be placing these DIYs in different areas of my home. This horse won't be sitting on the shelf. I have a surprise piece of furniture that I'll be putting in my foyer entry when I share that area with you all. And if you like these type of DIYs and you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And for my faithful viewers, thank you so much for your viewing faithful support. I would love to read your comments. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Thank you again for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching JRC Restoration, Decor, and Designs. And remember, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So until next time, make it a blessed and productive day, everyone. Bye-bye.